Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and today's video is going to be more of a share video than a process video. I originally had this recorded as a process video and then my phone decided to not keep the recording. So we're just going to go with the flow here and I'm going to show you exactly what I did to create this 2-page spread. So I used the Unbounded Beauty collection from Stampin Up that is in the brand new annual catalog. So this catalog goes live today. And that whole collection can be found on page 54 and 55, and it is absolutely stunning. I did purchase it in my pre-order haul, and I do have that up here on YouTube, going through all of the items that I did get. The new Unbounded Beauty does feature all of the in colors, which I thought were just absolutely gorgeous. So I do have all the in colors as well. And speaking of in colors, you can get a chance to get all of the new in color ink pads, the 6x6 DSP, the in color cardstock, and the in color Stampin' Right markers absolutely free when joining. That's right, this is such a good special. This is only for the month of May. So anyone who joins May 1st through the 31st gets all of this plus the original deal of $125 worth of items for just $99, plus free shipping, plus free business supplies. It is such a steal of a deal, and you get all of the brand new in colors, and they're absolutely gorgeous. So back to the 2-page layout. I did use very simple techniques. I kind of wanted to show everyone at first how simple scrapbooking really can be. So my future videos will probably have some more complex techniques in them, but for this I really wanted to keep it very simple. So I did use some stamps, some die cuts, and literally just the paper and a trimmer, and obviously some glue to get it glued down. There's not a whole lot of dimension on this. There's not a lot of technique. I didn't do any splattering. I didn't use any like gesso or anything like that. I literally just kept it very simple, but used a layout template that was also very simple, just to kind of give everyone a really good idea of how easy it is to use your products to scrapbook and how fun it is to preserve your memories. So this photo right, or this page on the left-hand side, I did add my title page, and I did use an alphabet die. So this is a really cute die that Stampin' Up carries. It is called the mini alphabet die. So when you get it, it does not come on the magnetic sheet. I added that, but you cut out all of the letters at once, and then they do have the extra letters, the specialty letters, and like the ampersand and the question mark and all that as well. But you cut out all the letters, and I did find it easiest if you do use the adhesive sheets. So this die set I really like because it can actually fit into the mini. So I'm not going to use it right on camera just because I know my table will shake, but I wanted to show you, if you do have the mini die cut machine from Stampin' Up, you can add the adhesive sheet to it, and then add the die set right to it on top of it and run it through your machine. Obviously it works in the large one as well, but look how perfect that fit is. And there's virtually no waste then when you're using the smaller machine. So I was really excited that I could cut out all of these letters all in one swoop and use the mini die cut machine. So back to the 2-page spread, like I said, I kept it pretty simple. I did use one sheet of DSP. The rest is all cardstock. And I did use a strip up here of the beautiful glitter paper. And for this, I did use the pretty in pink glitter paper on top. So for this layout, it is obviously on a 12 by 12, and that is in the Petunia Pop. And then the next layer is pretty in pink, and that is 11 by 10.5. This layer right here is, let's see here. This one is 5 by 10.25. This one is 4 by 10.25, and this one is 1 3/4 by 10.25. And then this page, it's 1 3/4 by 10.25, 3 by 10.25, 2.5 by 10.25, and 3 by 10 1/4. So they're not all cut the exact same way, but this really works out. And I think it works because obviously these two meet together and it just kind of goes cohesive with each other. And I did use a template. I have template books from back in the day, but Pinterest is also a really good idea. And obviously YouTube is a great idea to get some inspiration and ideas from. And obviously catalogs, either past catalogs from companies that you've purchased from, or soon in the Stampin' Up realm, there will be a scrapbooking line. So they will obviously feature some more 12 by 12 layouts in future catalogs as well. So right here, mainly all the stamping, like I said, I did was very minimal. I did these flowers right here and these flowers over here. And I didn't use a whole lot of dimension either. I raised some of these flowers. I kind of raised just the angle of them on the Stampin' Dimensionals, just to give kind of the petals almost a little bit of a fold look. This one I did raise up, but I just raised it up completely same level and flat. And then over here, I kept everything flat. All I did was add the Wink of Stella, which is very similar to the shimmer brushes from Close to My Heart. Another technique that I was thinking about doing that I thought would be really fun and would go really well with this particular layout is I did cut out some of the letters in pink as well, and I'm just kind of looking for a letter that I've already cut out. You can actually double layer them, and that would be a really fun effect too. So you really just need to like glue them on top of each other, and it gives that kind of shadow effect. So that would be really cute too. But I did like the white because obviously there's white in these pictures. There's white just on the paper that I chose to use. So I kept it white again to kind of keep it very simple, but it also pops out pretty good. So you see the title right away. And then this area is its own little cluster, which kind of brings your eyes this way and this way. You're looking for a visual triangle when you are creating a scrapbook page. So again, it kind of goes up and down, but in a very simple way. And just a little bit of glitter at the bottom and the top with that glitter paper. So one other thing I wanted to kind of go over or show you all too that I missed in my haul video is Stampin' Up carries what they call Memories and More cards. Now, Close to My Heart is something very similar called Picture My Life cards. So these are very similar. These are great for cards. These are great for scrapbook pages. I have it right here, the XOXO. They're just really cute little 3x4s and 4x6s. Like this one right here, that'd be great for layout or even a card. You can fussy cut, you can cut stuff out of it. You could, you know, die cut some of this stuff too. This hello is really beautiful. Hooray, let's celebrate. Just really good, easy sentiments for either pocket scrapbooking, or you can use it like I did on traditional scrapbooking. All of the photos, these are 4x6 traditional size pictures. These are 3x4. I like to have a frame, so I always cut my paper out 1/4 of an inch larger. So this is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and so on and so forth. So you get that little bit of an edge just to kind of help pop out the pictures as well. But the one thing I wanted to kind of give everyone a tip on, at least for, you know, this is very simple and very basic, but sometimes your pictures aren't this size. Like if you're like me, I usually just print them 4x6 and then I cut them down. I know some people use apps to kind of make them smaller, which is awesome. I just don't really have a good app for that, and my printer doesn't really have that feature. So I just print them all out 4x6s and I cut them down manually. But to make sure that I am cutting them well, I actually use a template, which all this is a sheet of acetate. So you can use acetate from anything. And let's see if I can get a better, if I put this on black, maybe you can see it better. It is literally just a sheet of acetate that I cut out. So I cut it down to the 3x4, and that way if I want to cut out a picture, I can just put it right over that picture and I know exactly where to cut. because some of these pictures, they're easy to eyeball, but some of them you want to make sure you're not cutting anything off. And I'm looking like this one. That would be really cute. You want to make sure you have her face in there. The arms and the hands don't matter as much as the cute little face, because if you just cut a 4x6, just kind of cutting it down, you're going to cut off the top of her head. But with this template, you have a really good option of, you know, cutting all the way around it. And I just use my paper trimmer and I just line it up. And since this is acetate, I can see it on the edge of the cutter and just kind of cut straight down that edge. I'm trying to see, like this picture did not turn out very well, so I didn't put it in there. But if I were to just do regular, you know, if I was just cutting, you know, just willy-nilly, I might actually cut off too much of the image. But if I put this on top of it, I can see exactly where I'm cutting and make sure I cut off that edge, and I still have the important part of the picture, which is my husband and my daughter. So the other thing is I wanted to point out color combination or colors with your photos. Originally, when I made this page, I just made the scrapbook page and I was like, I'll find photos for it. I know I got photos somewhere. So originally I thought I was just going to use these pictures, which these pictures are absolutely adorable. But if you see me just kind of laying them out, you can tell that the background and the colors of the picture is just way too much for this color palette. It is very orange and pink. And although there is orange and pink in this DSP, it's almost too bright of orange and pink. So I will have to look at different patterns in this collection to see what would fit better with these photos. Because you don't want the photos, you want the photos to stand out, but you don't want the photos to obnoxiously stand out where it looks like it doesn't actually go with the theme or matches the layout. So I switched it up and I found these photos, and honestly, very serendipitously, they worked out perfect. Those colors right there match that purple. There's white. There's even, you know, the whatever I had to wear, what you wear, you know, when you're in the hospital, the robe, I guess. That even kind of has very similar colors to this. So it actually really worked out better that I couldn't use the original pictures that I thought. And it got me to actually scrapbooking her birth pictures, even though she will be 13 later this year. And that's another thing I just want to kind of add and point out to everyone. Do not feel bad about being behind, not knowing where to start or what pictures to actually scrapbook, because as long as you're scrapbooking something, that's all that matters. I've been scrapbooking for years, and I didn't start with the baby pictures. I started with the pictures that they were at when I started scrapbooking. And now I'm kind of working my way back and working my way forward and kind of filling in everything in between. As the beautiful part about all of this is it doesn't matter when you create it, it just matters that you're creating it. So again, don't feel bad about not having pictures scrapbooked for 13 years because I am in your club. So this is that beautiful 2-page spread. It is very simple, very elegant, but I do absolutely love this collection. And speaking of same daughter, I was able to get a 1-page single layout done as well. That did not get recorded either. I definitely need to look into my phone, maybe updating the storage. Something's going wonky with it. But this one as well, this is actually her baptism, and it's using that exact same collection, but I did use the other stamp set, which is called Unbound Love, and I used the Unbound die set instead. So there you have it. Those are at least the 3 pages I was able to create so far with this gorgeous collection that just released today. I do think, unfortunately, it is not technically available because us demonstrators really loved it, and I think we sold out of it, but it is set to come back the week of the 13th. So just in a few more days, you will be able to purchase and enjoy this collection as well. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, happy crafting, and I will see you all next time.